Welcome back, guys. I'm Marissa Voss, and I'm with freshman forward Lucas Sowder and sophomore goaltender Dryden McKay. We're going to jump right into the first segment, Maverick Q&A. It's a segment to get to know me as the host and you guys as the players, so we're going to ask you a couple questions and jump on in. All right. Dryden, what is like the craziest thing on your bucket list or something that you've like always wanted to do?
Maybe skydiving.
Oh, yeah.
If that's crazy. I feel like that's on a lot of people's bucket list, but maybe like bungee jumping or skydiving. I'd say those two things probably on my bucket list for sure.
Lucas, what about you?
I was going to say the same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah, I had a bunch of friends do it, and they all said it's really thrill-seeking. You got to do it at least once.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I've always wanted to try that.
We had, I think it was Ian Scheid and, like, Gerard and all of them, and we were talking about the same thing. They're like, you would do that? Like, there's no way. Like, why can't you? I'm like, he's like, what if it breaks? I'm like, I guess that's the price you got to pay. I would definitely do probably skydiving.
Yeah.
Definite adrenaline junkie. Because, like, at Valley Fair and Twin Cities, there's, like, this thing called the ripcord. You go, like, 150 feet up in the air.
It's like the slingshot?
Yeah, exactly like the slingshot.
I've done that before. That's not the same.
No, it's not. But, like, I got a taste of it, and I'm like, okay, I think I can jump out of a plane. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think they'd have to push me out of the plane.
Really?
I don't know if I'd be able to jump, but, like, once I was out, I'd be fine. But I don't know if I could, like, jump out of it.
Do it?
Yeah. The first time you're strapped to someone, or, like, the first couple times, you're, like, someone's, like, on your back. So, like, you don't have a choice. You're going.
Just roll out of the plane with you.
Like, here we go. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I guess I could be pushed, but like either way, I might just like, here we go. Yeah. All right, what food could you guys not live without? Lucas?
Definitely steak.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, we get that every Thursday at Charlie's, and it's really good pregame meal. Fuel before the game, but yeah, I definitely would not be able to live without steak. Yeah. Like
New York strip, T-bone.
New York strip.
New York strip.
Yeah.
Definitely got a way to go.
Classic.
I'm kind of like a ribeye girl, though. I kind of like the ribeyes. I don't know. That's just me. What do you think, Dryden?
I was going to say steak, maybe like chicken or
any kind of meat.
Yeah.
Right, you're like, just give me the meat.
I don't think I could go I couldn't live without like any type of like chicken or steak or pork or something. You have to have something.
Something?
Like that. I couldn't just eat veggies or anything.
Oh,
like
that vegetarian?
Yeah, I couldn't be a vegetarian.
Couldn't do it? A lot with me is I have like a ton of food allergies, so I'm lactose intolerant. I'm allergic to a lot of fruit. I'm allergic to fish. Yeah. I'm like, but I eat snacks. Okay, but a lot of this stuff is like I eat a lot of chicken and a lot of meat. I can't live without. And like vegetables, like I eat it, but like
you have to.
Like I can't eat fruit.
Yeah,
it's horrible. But I think the food that I couldn't live without is spaghetti.
Really?
Huge pasta girl. Oh,
well,
huge.
Us playing in juniors, so we get a lot of pasta.
By the end of the year, I don't eat pasta during the summer because all we eat during the season is pasta.
Carbo load.
Fridays and Saturdays you just get pasta.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is.
And even buttered noodles, right, from Noodles and Company.
That's
that.
my favorite there.
Yeah, for real. We were editing like the teas like whatever before the last series, and I got DoorDash and I got Noodles and Company, and I got so good. It was great.
Yeah.
DoorDash is fantastic. So we're going to jump into the next question. What celebrity would you exchange lives with for like a day? Dryden, what are you thinking?
I'd say either LeBron James or Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like he's just the coolest guy in the world. Like he's always he does the most interesting stuff. Like I'd love to just see what that guy does every day.
He just has a job now. Did you see University of Texas?
Yeah, he's a professor. Yeah, he just does whatever he wants. I feel like.
Oh yeah, he's actually a professor there, like straight up.
Yeah, he teaches some class. Isn't it like a film studies class or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to do with like acting.
I would take that class. He gotta be the coolest teacher.
Oh, absolutely.
His class probably packed.
Yeah. Right? He's like, everyone's like, okay, gotta take this class. Don't even like this, but I gotta take it. Yeah. My boyfriend is from Texas. He's got a friend that plays at softball there, and she has a class with him. So she'll videotape front row Matthew McConaughey.
Everyone just has their phones.
What? Right? He's like, are you guys listening to me? They're just like literally like paparazzi taking pictures.
Everyone's just staring at him.
Oh man. I would say. Oh, this is really hard. You picked this question now. I don't even know. I would think probably, I said this before, like one of my role models, Allison Felix. She is the Olympic sprinter, and she's just like my idol. I would probably like exchange lives with her. That would be fantastic. Or even what is the one who plays Black Widow? I'm blanking on her name. Like a Marvel. Yeah, it's like Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, okay, definitely her. Yeah. She is awesome. I love those movies, so I would definitely like do that as well. What are you thinking, Lucas?
I was thinking, I mean, I know it's like a hockey guy, but Austin Matthews, just because he's so young, he's so good at hockey, and he pretty much runs all of Toronto.
Yeah.
And everyone just knows who he is, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. But yeah, he's a really good guy to switch lives with.
Solid. All right, so we've got. This is like, I like this one personally, kind of, because it's like, what sound do you love? Like, example, basketball going through a net, like that crisp sound. That's awesome. Or like ocean waves, I really like. Or even just like when like I do track here, so like when you're getting off the starting blocks and it's like and then you go, that sounds awesome. But what are you guys thinking?
I love the thunder and rain.
Yeah.
From being from Florida myself, there's always raining and thundering there, so I mean I'm just accustomed to it and I love it so much. So
I guess as a goalie, I'll say the puck hitting the post.
Yeah, there we go. You're like, haha.
Well, it makes a certain noise. Like I've heard it so many times. There's a certain noise it makes when it hits the post and goes out, and there's a certain noise it makes when it hits the post and goes in. So the sound of it hitting the post and going out it's a good feeling.
You're like, not today, not today. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Like I said, mine, basketball, all those. Those are the ones that you just hear and you're just like, that sounds so crisp. Yeah. I love it.
I do love falling asleep to a thunderstorm. Yeah, so
I
think that's really, it stresses some people out, but I think that's so relaxing.
Like so nice.
The rain hitting the roof. That's so nice.
So there's actually like an app, and it's like a noise machine app, and I fall asleep to like ocean waves every night. So now I'm like adapt to it, right? Yeah. And if my phone like dies or something and I don't have it, like I can't fall asleep. I literally sit there and I'm like, I'm like addicted to ocean waves.
It's like good and bad. Like you can't sleep without it, but you sleep so good with it.
Exactly. So you're like, oh man. So we've got, I'll go, what chore do you guys hate doing the most? All of them?
Probably washing dishes by hand. Yeah. I think like if you could ask my roommates, like I don't mind vacuuming. I don't mind like taking the trash out, but I don't wash a ton of dishes.
Don't wash the dishes. No, don't want to do it.
I hate it. I don't know. I just think it's gross. Like I don't know. I don't like.
I get
dishes. I'd rather just throw them in the dishwasher.
Oh yeah. 100% with me. Well, I have this looks bad. My hands are like really bad. I hate it, but I have eczema on my hands, so it like just gets like really, really, really dry. So I do not like washing the dishes at all, because every time I wash the dishes, my hands get dry and they like bleed, and it's just horrible. So I would say that I hate washing the dishes.
No.
Everything else is like fine. I love to clean. I do all the cleaning stuff when it comes to dishes. I'm like, so these are going straight in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Lucas?
Yeah, I hate dishes too. I mean, growing up, I always had a dishwasher. Yeah. So we never really had to.
Never had to do it.
Had to clean dishes until coming over here over summer and not really having that luxury. Yeah. We had to do it and clean our own dishes. But I mean, time to grow up a little bit, I guess you could say.
What is this thing called adulting? Yeah. I don't like it at all. You guys can like scoot in a little bit closer if you want. I feel like I'm like super loud and abrasive because I'm like eating the mic.
Yeah, I didn't know how close to be.
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone that comes in here is like, they don't like to hear their voice, so they like talk like this.
Yeah.
So if you guys can't see us in the studio, we're like backing up and like, but yeah, I mean, just eat the mic. Kind of that's what I say, which sounds really weird, right? So we got another question. This one's awesome. We talked about Marvel, like Scarlett Johansson. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Take a stab.
Probably the ability to fly, because then you can just go wherever you want, honestly.
Yeah, that would be actually super cool. Don't have to pay for anything.
I mean, is it a superpower to be able to like transport places?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe that too.
The normal person,
that too.
I don't think the normal person can transport.
Right, but I mean,
I think that's a superpower.
Just kidding, guys. I've got a power.
Yeah, I mean, instead of going on road trips, you just transport. Right?
Yeah. Boom. Don't have to worry about anything. Yeah. I would say kind of that same thing, or thinking like telekinesis kind of thing. Okay. That sounds super cool. So like if I could like know your thoughts and like be like or even like play into people's emotions, how they're feeling. That's really cool to me too.
I think it'd be cool, but I think it'd be too much. It'd be too much.
Right,
like what does that person think? Like I didn't want to know that.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Like you're in the bar and you hear something and you're like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
What did you just
But
think?
it was just their thoughts. They're just thinking that. I don't know. I mean, flying would be cool. I'm scared of heights. So
really?
maybe I'll say like,
wait, you want to go? That's exactly what I was
yeah. But I want to do that once and then just be able to say I did it and just that's that. I don't know. I'd say maybe be invisible, but like choosing like to be able to just be invisible maybe. I don't know.
That'd be super cool.
I don't know when I would use it, but I think that'd be cool to be able to do.
That would be super cool. Like the nerd alert, cloak of invisibility in Harry Potter.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking too. Like how well he used that.
will I be a dork today? I don't know. No, but yeah, like how would you like? They went into like the library into the restricted section. Like they did that. What could you do? Like obviously not in a way where you're like, okay, that's weird.
No,
but,
I was just thinking. I don't know.
That would just be cool to have.
Just a cool tool. Yeah, I don't know.
You just do it whenever you want. Turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah.
I like that one. Okay, we got favorite TV show.
Oh, The Office.
100%?
Oh, 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, The Office.
Not even close.
I think my favorite though is Breaking Bad. That's probably my favorite all-time show, but I'd say The Office.
Did you watch the movie yet?
I watched the movie last week.
Yeah.
So good.
I watched it too.
So good.
It was really good. Yeah.
I've not seen a single episode of Breaking Bad, so I cannot like watch. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could watch the movie. I'd just be like lost. Like,
no, it wouldn't make any sense.
Would it not?
No.
The Office? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Seen Office? Oh yeah. we were Greg and I were making jokes today about The Office and stuff. And like, I declare bankruptcy.
You can't just declare bankruptcy.
I just did.
My roommate loves The Office as well, so she's like watching all the series and she's watched it like 2 or 3 times and she just loves it. So I'm watching and I'm sitting there. I haven't watched it full on, but I've seen like a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Favorite episode's the fire one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like an all-time favorite
like
episode.
The best one. Or like when they have the CPR dummy.
Oh,
that's my favorite. That's
stress relief is the
funniest. He like turns around, he's got like the mask on, making weird noises. You're like, oh, okay.
Or they go to the beat of the Bee Gees, and then Michael just starts singing like the entire song, and they all just start dancing, and nobody's giving CPR.
No one's like, what is going on? And the girl's like, who's like teaching it is like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be here anymore. Iconic. I will say I'm a binger. Watch way too many. Like I'll go like boom 5 time. I'll watch like an entire series in like a week. Like straight. So I've seen so many. But I think one of my favorite ones is, do I want to go white girl with this? One Tree Hill.
I've seen a little bit of that.
I've seen a couple episodes.
I like One Tree Hill. There's another one. I can't. Like I said, I've seen so many that I
probably
feel
like Pretty Little Liars or something.
You know?
Desperate Housewives.
Kind of, right? Like, do I like? And I'm like, I'm kind of like a sci-fi person too. So I really actually like Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen. No. Vampires. Like it's spooky season is like my time to shine. I love all of that stuff. But yeah, Vampire Diaries is just like obviously vampires and it's chick. Like it's a chick show.
Chick show.
Oh, 100%. 100% a chick show. Like, I'm feeling like, okay, well, you know, but that's probably the ones that I would go with.
Okay.
So I mentioned this, and you can take this personally. Dryden, I actually think we talked about this last interview, not like when I interviewed you for like WCJ last year, and like the person that you look up to most.
Yep.
So that's one's like always a home. You can go like parents, you can go like some like person you don't even like know, right? You just look up to. So what are you guys thinking?
I mean, probably my dad, just because he played hockey. He was a goalie. He's my dad and everything.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's an easy answer. But I mean, I look up to lots of NHL goalies too, and you know, I'd say that there's my grandpa, like stuff like that. Like family members are probably the easiest.
What are you thinking, Lucas?
I'd probably say my brother. The only reason I'm playing hockey is because my brother. You know, growing up from Florida, hockey isn't really too popular, and he just started playing roller hockey, and then being the little brother, you just want to do whatever your older brother's doing. So grew the love for the sport. But I'd probably say another one is you might not know him, is Marty St Louie. He played for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's a really short guy, probably the shortest guy to play. I mean, growing up, I was really short as well, so I really looked up to him as just maybe using his work ethic.
Yeah, for sure.
You can always make it no matter what your size is. So yeah, he was definitely another guy I looked up to.
Short people. I'm like 5'1". I'm like, when I interview these guys, I have to like stand on, I have like heels, and then I stand on an apple box, like a stool. Everyone's always like, are you bringing that stool with you when you get a job? I'm like,
just carry it around with you.
Yeah, like a briefcase. I'm short. My person, kind of like Dryden and like Lucas, like relative, like my dad. My dad is my biggest role model. He did high jump. I do high jump here at Bethany, and he did high jump college, high school. He's actually the new coach this year.
Whoa.
So yeah, we're gonna do some stuff this year. Super excited about that. But I get to see him. He's crazy, but he is my biggest role model. Keeps me in check. Does like awesome. So I think anyone can and everyone can relate to that.
Yep.
And this next question I touched on. Didn't touch on a lot of them. What's your favorite holiday? Spooky season. I love Halloween, but I also do love Christmas because I get to spend time with my family. Hang out with them, see my dog. Oh, so it's good. Those are probably my favorite too. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I think Christmas is pretty easy.
Yeah, right. Right.
That's kind of the one break we get during the year is a quick little Christmas break when we get to go home. Especially like Lucas and I, we live pretty far from here, so that's the one time I get to go home. So I'll definitely look forward to Christmas, but I'd say second is probably Thanksgiving, just because of the food, and my birthday is like always in like 2 or 3 days within it, so it's like it's like the best. It's the best week of the year.
Yeah. Food,
I get presents, I get food, it's great.
Me too, actually. Thanksgiving.
Really?
My birthday is like a week before Thanksgiving, so it works out.
It's like that Spider-Man movie where you're like the same person looking at each other. You're like looking. You're like, that's exactly what. If no one's seen what we're talking about, look up Spider-Man meme. Yeah. It's hilarious. But anyways, go on, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Christmas. Everyone's always Christmas, but I mean, yeah, Thanksgiving's good too. I mean, just those 3 holidays in a row.
Yep.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas is the best time,
And then after that, seasonal depression.
Yeah, right.
Not just like, now I'm sad. Nothing to look forward to.
New Year's, I guess, too.
Yeah.
New Year's. I mean, yeah. Then, because that's when it's like, it's really hard. It's like January, February. That's when it gets really, really cold here.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks after New Year's is kind of when you just have nothing to look forward to.
You're
miserable.
It's like negative 20 degrees here last year. It was terrible.
My car can't even start. That was one thing we ran into. Like, I tried to start my car up and I couldn't start. So I was like, oh yeah, sorry, professor, I'm not gonna make it to class.
Yeah, they'd cancel practices for us because nobody could get their car to start. We were just stranded.
Exactly. You're like, well. And a lot of you guys are far away. Have you ever experienced super cold?
Yeah, the past 3 years.
Yeah, you have.
Washington State. So,
okay,
yeah.
So then
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still it's not good. I hate it. And I think a lot of people that you guys play juniors, so you're kind of used to that and get that. Yeah. But like I said, my boyfriend's from Texas, so he came up here the first winter, and it was 5 degrees. Right? He's wearing shorts. He's wearing shorts and a sweatshirt. I'm like,
what are you doing?
Who are you? Who is this man?
I thought he would just be bundled up, thinking it's the coldest ever.
Yeah,
thinking he's freezing.
Well, he's got that Texas pride. I was like, that's just not pride. You're just dumb. You can't do that.
No.
I'm always got gloves, hat, even at the arena, bundled, head to toe. So, okay. I think last one we got, and this one's pretty cool. We've got, if you had to describe yourself as an animal, what animal would it be?
I know you were trying. I know you had to say it.
What?
I
don't know. There's a couple guys on the team that last year called me a sloth. Just because I took a lot of naps, and I don't know. I took a lot of naps last year, and I got caught taking naps a few times, when nobody else was taking naps, I guess. So they just called me a sloth. And they think I move slow. I don't know. I didn't agree with it, but that's what I got called. I don't agree with it. If I had to describe myself, I'm going to say a lion.
A lion?
Yeah.
Ooh. Roar got the eye of the tiger.
That's right.
But, I mean, a sloth. That's her.
It was kind of an insult. I didn't really agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Parker kind of started it, and then it kind of caught on. I didn't agree with it.
Always Parker.
I didn't agree with it.
But, I mean, naps are great. Naps are fantastic.
Yeah.
I sometimes I do have the inability to take a nap. I wish I did. I think it was yesterday. I fell asleep for 3 hours. I woke up and I was disoriented. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Where am I? But no, naps are key, especially for collegiate athletes.
After a long day at the rink,
right?
just close my eyes for a few hours.
Exactly.
Yeah, sloths sleep a crazy
sloths.
like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay. What are you thinking, Lucas?
Oh man, I've never really thought about this, honestly.
Go time.
Yeah.
You want me to go? Give you some time?
Yeah, you go.
Two animals. All-time favorite animal, probably like dogs. Like I love dogs. Every time I see a dog, I'm like, oh, there's a dog. Like there's no purpose of it. I've got a dog at home, but yeah, I mean, I would probably be a dog just because they get like unintentional love, like just so much love, and it just they get some dogs get spoiled. But another one that's like kind of like Dryden's like a cheetah.
Just be really fast.
Yeah, right. Just be really fast. I run track, so obviously like that's the one like.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, oh gosh, that would be so good. Go by just kind of like Usain Bolt. Everyone just like a way to get the finish line. Like,
yeah.
Where's everyone at?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably mine. Got it yet?
I mean, I'm more of a dog person myself.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably say a cat, honestly, just because they get to
really
lay around all day. I mean, when we're not at the rink or working out or something, I like to just relax
and chill.
Yeah. Cats, they just don't do anything.
They don't. It's like some cats are like rude though.
Oh yeah.
We were talking with I think it was like one podcast. I've done so many, like 5. I'm like, who did I talk to? I think it was Edwin and them, and we were talking about like dog or cat person, and Andy was like, no. Oh God, I hate cats. Would never like get them away from me. I was like, really? He's like, no. Like, okay, all right. Yeah. But there's some people, but that's what they do is like, there's some nice cats and there's some like cats who are just rude for literally no reason.
Yeah.
But a lot of them just sleep around. So I would think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
And that is the portion we have for Maverick Q&A. I always love doing that one because like it gets like the fans who listen to this, they know you guys better and then they know me and then I get to learn some stuff about you guys that I don't really know. So we're going to jump on into recap and review of Arizona State. This was a big game for pretty much you two. That's why I had you on. Obviously, you guys garnered a couple honors from that, Rookie of the Week and then Goaltender of the Week as well. So we're going to go into, Friday's game, 4-1, first game at Mankato Civic Center. First game for you there, and you're coming back. You got Reese Molk starting off, Julian, and then a shorthanded goal for Mark, and then another goal. What was kind of the turning point in that game, do you think? Like what, because I think, it's huge to get off to an early lead, but what was the point where you're like, okay, we got this, like, this is going to, like, we're going to get going on this?
Julian's goal at the end of the second period was definitely the momentum changer because we kind of took over in the second period, and Dallas Drads drew a big penalty right before we scored on that power play. So I'd say Dallas taking that or drawing that penalty, and then Reggie made a really nice play to Julian there, and Julian was able to finish it. And going into the third period with the lead was obviously a huge strength for us last year, and it worked out again this weekend.
What's up? Perspective, new time, like person, what are you thinking?
Yeah, definitely that. Dally drawing that penalty is definitely a momentum swinger. Guys see that, see how hard he's working. Guys want to go out there and do the same thing. But definitely Mark's goal as well on the penalty kill, because if they score on that, it's a tie game again.
Absolutely.
But Mark doing what Mark does, he went down and scored.
Gets it done.
So,
Gets it done.
Yeah,
absolutely. Saturday, like definitely a big game. It was a huge game because the penalties there, you guys were like that was a game. I remember we were off and I was getting ready to like interview, and then that happened, and like my cameraman just shoots off and I got my mic and I'm like getting dragged to see what was going on. Oh yeah, but always such a big momentum change to get that, like you guys have talked about. But I'm gonna talk about both of it, but Rookie of the Week. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys through this, and this is pretty cool for me at least anyways to hear this up. So this is what I got. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I'll cut that out. Right, I'm like, So what is it? Is like a Roadcaster Bluetooth. So we did some radio calls, but we'll not worry about that. But your goal, first collegiate goal, and you've already got, you're the 4th goal of the night, and then Ryan Sandelin actually scores after you. How does that feel to get that under your belt, get going, and does it amp you up?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely a confidence booster for sure. Always getting that first one's. Getting the first one's always the toughest of the season. So, once you get that, the floodgates are kind of open. You're not gripping your stick as too hard.
Yep.
But, it was a great feeling to score in front of our home crowd. And it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable?
Yeah.
So, 5th collegiate shutout, right?
Yep.
I saw that got you kind of the goaltender of the week. How is that feeling to keep them contained, especially, Johnny Walker scored on you on Friday night's game, which he's a pretty good player. I think we can all attest to that. But how did that feel to shut him out again and get that honor?
Oh, shutouts are always nice as a goalie, for obvious reasons. No, it was awesome. We played really well defensively that game. We only gave up, 14 shots.
Absolutely, yep.
Especially in the third, we had the puck, felt like the whole period. So, it was important, for us this weekend. We proved both games that we're a third period team, which is huge, especially going into this weekend throughout the rest of the year to have that confidence in the third, no matter what the score is, that we're going to be able to produce and, take control of the game. So it was a good feeling for me to, only give up the one goal on the weekend, but I think it was huge as a team to limit that team, especially some of their firepower, their high-end guys, to limited chances and limited opportunities. So really good defensive effort this weekend.
Absolutely. So kind of like an offensive kind of thing. How was the takeaways that Lucas, I know you're a freshman, you're kind of getting into the swing of it, working as a team, but you've got a lot of hockey knowledge. How do you think that we did offensively, or what we could do coming to this series with North Dakota?
I thought we did a lot better Saturday night than we did Friday night, getting pucks deep, making their D turn, and making them really work to break their puck out of the zone. I know Friday night, Coach really stressed stop dumping it towards their goalie so they can break out really easy. So this weekend it's going to be crucial that we manage pucks, take care of pucks in the neutral zone, get pucks deep, and really grind at their D and get pucks to the net. So we got a lot of skilled forwards and defensemen, so we know we got the ability. We just got to go out there and do it.
Yeah, I think absolutely tying into that you guys got a lot of forwards. You got I was talking with Shane about this last podcast, 17 forwards, 9 defensemen, and then 3 goalies. Last year you guys had a really good depth, but this year it's just everyone's fighting for a spot. Everyone wants a spot on this roster and, to show what they have. How is that in practice, especially when you guys were prepping for Arizona State and, you guys are going in for North Dakota? How does that go out about in practice?
It definitely makes it more competitive. Guys are always fighting for their spots. They know their spot's never safe, up and down the lineup. It makes it so, I think it makes it hard on the coaching staff, especially to make decisions, and puts a lot more emphasis on practice, especially, day in and day out, comparing guys and stuff like that. But it also helps us, we have more players than last year, so we can do different drills and do drills for longer because we have more guys to run through. So it's just a little bit different, but I think it's definitely beneficial to the team and to have that much depth, especially, when and if injuries happen and suspensions or whatever. It's always good to have as many good players as we can.
Well said. Beautiful. So I got some stats for you guys from overall. Obviously, you guys outshot ASU 44-14, at least. I think that was in the second game. But we've got 3 power plays, 2 career first goals, you and Sandelin. But also I want to talk about, you guys went up rankings. Rankings. You number 2 now. UND dropped down to 3, and Denver is at 1. How much how much do you put into practice to be we want that number 1 spot? We're coming for it. We guys got 918 points. What's kind of the mood for that in practices and just in prepping for games and stuff?
We really don't talk about it that much, to be honest. It's the second week of the season. It doesn't really mean anything right now. It's obviously cool, and it's cool to this weekend it'll be two ranked teams, which is always a big matchup, and it'll get a lot of publicity. But at the end of the day, it's the second week of the season, and we know how good we can be, and we're just trying to get better every day and, let the rankings take care of themselves.
Perfect. All right, so I think we're going to talk about one more thing from ASU, kind of the main takeaways. What you can take. I think in the exhibition game, a lot of Mike Hastings talked about was special teams, right? He did work on special teams for ASU. How do you guys think that helped? Did it help to work on special teams at practice, and then how did that kind of go about in the ASU games? What are you thinking?
Definitely practice like you play. It's how every coach wants you to play. So our power play has really stepped up the past 2 games. They got some really crucial goals, and I know we're going to be working on it again this week to prepare for this weekend. But you got to practice like you play. So we'll come ready to go and practice this week, and hopefully it translates to the games this weekend.
Perfect. Well, that is perfect prelude to games this weekend. We have North Dakota coming to the Mankato Civic Center, which they have not done since 2012 and 2013. You guys went there, split with them last year, but I mean, that's different. That's in one of their places, and now they're coming to your house.
Yep.
How are you guys feeling about that? I mean, I know you've played them last year. You've never played North Dakota. So take me through how you guys personally maybe are feeling, excited, nervous.
I'd say it's definitely a little bit more excitement. I think last year I kind of got a taste of just how big of a deal it is between us and them. We don't have a ton of rivals with our conference, so to play a team that's not too far away, and they got so much history, and they're obviously a really well respected program out there. So they're gonna have plenty of fans here. We're gonna have our usual loud crowd there. So there'll be a lot of energy in the building, and just really excited to play, a high-end team like that again this year.
Lucas, how you feeling kind of playing them? Are you kind of going in a little blind? You're like, I don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't know what to expect. But I'm really excited, but definitely a little bit nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, definitely it was nice to get the jitters out of the way this past weekend, but definitely more excited than nervous. Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be fun.
I mean, I think there's something to a test. You can always be a little nervous, especially for kind of a little bit like a powerhouse like North Dakota.
Yeah.
Like Dryden said, they've got a lot. They've done a lot in the past. People know them, but for them to come here and have the team that you guys have, I think it's going to be really, really dangerous, especially coming off of a series that both of you have had. Let's go. I got to look at my notes. I'm like, mindset. This is what we're going to talk about. Mindset for North Dakota in practice. What do you guys go through? What is kind of like the things that coach says a lot?
I think right now, especially Monday and Tuesday, you focus more on the things that we didn't do well last weekend. You kind of try to clean those things up, and then we've been watching film and stuff, so tomorrow and Thursday will be more preparation for them and what they do and what we might have to do a little bit differently. But overall, it's pretty much the same every week, just trying to get a little bit better and improve on the things we need to improve on, but also maintain like our compete level and just preparing as best we can for the weekend.
Okay. So this is, Lucas, how different is, kind of getting a little bit of a different take from you, how different is MSU's practice or anything, because you are new to this, and I haven't really talked to a lot of freshmen. I think you're one of the first freshmen that I do have on this podcast and I've talked to, but how kind of different is that to, how Mike Hastings does things, right? How the practices are run. What are you thinking?
You're saying like compared to juniors?
Yeah, kind of compared to juniors, or just compared to anything, like different coaching styles.
Oh, definitely. I mean, our coaches do an amazing job out there in practice. The tempo is always really high. The enthusiasm is also always really high. So, I mean, every guy wants to go out there and get better. We got guys out there after practice working hard, working on what they need to do to be better. So, I mean, they always set the tone. And our older guys, our leaders, do a really good job at being good role models. And us young guys see that and want to reciprocate, I guess you could say.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, we've got some goals for North Dakota series. Personal, team-wise, I mean, what are some goals that you think, holding them minimal to shots on goal, right? Not letting them in, the D zone, or not letting them do this. What it goes through your guys' mind when you hear that question?
I think since I've been here, I'd say we've scored the first goal the majority of the games I've been here. So I think getting that first goal, getting our crowd into it, especially at home, will be huge. Kind of putting a team on their heels, especially if you can score in the first 10 minutes or so. That's huge. But other than that, I think just being strong in the D zone. They've got some high-end players for sure that we'll have to try to contain. And personally, just trying to be consistent and be steady and make the saves when I need to, and just give the team a chance to win.
All right, Lucas, what are you thinking?
Definitely the first goal is definitely huge for any game. I mean, on the road or at home. So, I mean, the first goal is always huge for momentum, but definitely puck management, limiting our mistakes. Don't give them anything for free. Make them work for every chance they're going to get. So, I mean, if we take care of the puck in our neutral zone and D zone, I think we'll be in good shape. Perfect.
So, and that's kind of a different, like a thing, puck management. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever really heard that perfect word, but that's perfectly exactly how you need to put it. You need to take care of business. You need to not make too many mistakes when you're passing, because a lot of the time, even like last weekend, you need those passes to be crisp. You need to get them going, because if they intercept them, it's an opportunity to maybe go 1-on-1, 2-on-1, whatever.
Yep.
So what are you guys thinking? I'm gonna talk about maybe a little like penalty kills.
Okay.
Because I think last year that was a huge thing for you guys. You did amazing in penalty kills. You got a couple versus Arizona State, but I think penalty kills maybe even or power plays are going to be a really big thing you're going to see in North Dakota. I think they're going to bring the heat. I think they're going to bring the power, and we got to be ready for that. So what are you guys thinking maybe about that? I know maybe more towards Dryden than towards you because you're like, I'm just a forward. I don't know what's going on.
No, I mean, Lucas is on both the power play and the penalty kills. So I don't know. As a goalie, you just obviously you don't want to give up any on the penalty kill. And if you can get a power play goal, that's great. But I think the biggest thing that coach always talks about is momentum. If you can get a penalty kill, if you can get a power play goal, those are huge momentum swings in the game. So. Lucas could tell you more about the details of what we have to do. That's not really my area, but I think just those are huge for momentum, especially with the type of crowd that's going to be out there on Friday and Saturday, just to kind of how that affects the game.
All right, Lucas, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, on the penalty kill, you obviously the goal is not to get scored on. So if you can do that, that's a momentum swinger, along with blocking shots. If you see a guy out there blocking a shot for your team, you know that he cares and he wants to win. And guys see that and they go out there and say, all right, it's my turn to block a shot. But as far as power play, even if you don't score, if you're getting shots, that's momentum, you know. So if we go out there and play the way we know we could play, we'll be good. We'll be good to go.
Pretty dangerous, I would say.
Yeah.
So this is the last question I'm going to talk about, and it's going to be Mankato Civic Center. The crowd, the excitement, the people that come there, I mean, the noise. I know North Dakota has a great place to play. You went there, kind of pretty dangerous. The same thing I would say have an effect. How does that feel, though, to have all those people, the fans, people listening to the podcast, anyone come out and be there and be loud and noisy for you guys as players?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, anytime you can get, recognition for doing well, that's always cool to make a big save and hear the crowd, cheer for you. But, personally, my favorite part about college is the band. Yeah. I think the band is the coolest part.
Yeah.
Just hearing the band going, the crowd kind of chanting with it, I think that's kind of what makes college hockey, so special is it's more of it's a big community. We have so many awesome fans. They're so loud, and especially when the band gets going and the crowd gets behind them, I'm sure as an opposing team, it's pretty intimidating. So I think that's the coolest part.
Absolutely. What are you thinking,
Yeah,
Lucas?
I'd probably say the band too. I mean, going out there for warm-ups and hearing the band playing, like it actually gave me butterflies and made me nervous for the game, but also it's just like it's unbelievable. Like you literally like black out when you're out there because it's just like there's so many fans. Like it's nothing compared to juniors. Like it's crazy.
Oh, I bet. No, and this is a great place to play. Obviously, we went like 21 and you guys went 21-1 last year, and it's an awesome. But the Maverick machine does a great job, and I think that coach every single time he goes, "Thank you, because we're doing interviews with my team. He says, "Thank you." Mm-hmm. He's so appreciative of what they do, and I think that a lot of people don't understand how much that means for you guys, for the Maverick machine, for just people to come out, just to be rowdy, just to be a force of nature there. I know it's great to see. So that's all we got here from BLC Studios Maverick Hockey Live podcast. This is available on Apple and Spotify and about 8 others. So listen in. This is going to be great, and we will talk to you guys next week. All right. See ya.